Welcome to the online executive education program, Finance for Managers, Managing for Value Creation, and Overview. I have taught at IIM Bangalore as a full-time faculty for over 2 decades and as an adjunct faculty for several years. I have conducted executive training programs for a number of organizations in India and abroad over the last few decades. I have served on the boards of many companies and advised CEOs and CFOs. Based on my interaction with thousands of managers over a period of time, I have designed this program for managers who need to understand the financial aspects of business and financial implications of their decisions. In essence, this program seeks to demystify finance. Often, non-finance managers have an aversion or dislike for accounting and finance because of the technical jargon used by accounting and finance professionals. Finance and accounting, however, are fairly straightforward disciplines. If they're explained in a simple and structured manner, the aversion can be converted into liking, and this is what this program seeks to do. It seeks to develop a liking for finance among non-finance people. Further, it also seeks to dispel misconceptions surrounding accounting and finance. Incidentally, these misconceptions are shared by many finance professionals as well. The primary objective of a business is to create long-term economic value in a legal, ethical, socially responsible, and environmentally sustainable manner. All business decisions need to be evaluated in terms of their impact on long-term value creation, and finance provides a framework for doing that. So every manager needs to understand this framework. If you look at any firm, you find that it pursues a certain strategy, whether it is formally articulated or not. The strategy is undergirded by the mission and vision of the firm. The strategy has an important bearing on investment decisions, financing decisions, and operating decisions. These decisions influence the performance of the firm, which is measured in terms of rate of return, risk exposure, and growth prospects. Return, risk, and growth are the drivers of long-term economic value. A wide range of decisions taken in a business have a bearing on value creation. These decisions may be organized in the form of a value octagon as shown here. Strategy and business model, capital allocation, strategic financing decisions, performance management, cost and innovation management, corporate risk management, mergers, acquisitions and restructuring, corporate governance. All these levers of value creation are interrelated as shown in this diagram. I've developed this framework based on years of interaction and research in a number of companies. This framework will be the organizing framework for this program as well. We will look at these levers or pillars of value creation through the prism of finance. The program is divided into 4 modules. The first 3 modules have 5 sessions each, and the last module has 1 session. Each session is 90 minutes plus. Module A, Accounting and Financial System. Session 1, Understanding Financial Statements. All managers need to understand the financial statements of the business, such as the balance sheet, the statement of profit and loss, and the cash flow statement. Further, they need a basic grounding in the accounting model that generates these statements. This session discusses financial statements and the underlying accounting model. Session 2, Analysis of Financial Statements. Financial statements contain a wealth of information. If properly analyzed and interpreted, they provide valuable insights into the working of the firm. This session looks at the principles, techniques, and applications of financial statement analysis. Session 3, Strategy, Planning and Budgeting. Managers are involved in strategy formulation, planning and budgeting in some way or the other. This session looks at frameworks of strategic planning and tools and techniques of budgeting. Session 4, Cost Analysis and Management. Managers should know what the costs are, how cost data can be used for decision making. Further, they need to understand how costs can be managed. This session looks at various techniques of costing and approaches to cost management. In addition, it looks at innovation management. Session 5, the financial system. Every firm operates within a financial ecosystem comprising of financial markets, financial intermediaries, regulators, and other entities. Managers need to understand how the broad financial system works, and this session provides that understanding. Module B, Key Financial Decisions. Session 6, Basic Valuation Concepts. Valuation is a central theme in finance. All managers need to understand the basic principles of valuation. This session discusses the time value of money, valuation stocks and bonds, and the relationship between return and risk. Session 7, Investment Decisions. Investment decisions are perhaps the most important decisions taken by an organization, as they have a bearing on the future performance of the organization for a long time to come. This session looks at tools, techniques, and principles of investment decision making. Session 8, Financing Decisions. Investment decisions have to be supported by financing decisions. This session discusses various facets of financing, such as capital structure decision, instruments of financing, markets in which financing can be raised, and distribution policy of the firm. Session 9, Working Capital Management. Working capital management is concerned with the management of current assets and current liabilities. Operating managers are involved in working capital management in some way or the other. This session discusses the principles, tools, and techniques of working capital management. Session 10, Corporate Risk Management. Corporate risks have multiplied in recent decades. Companies are now exposed to a wide range of risks, financial and non-financial. This session discusses various kinds of risks that the companies face and the tools and techniques for managing these risks. The thrust, of course, will be on management of financial risks. Module C, Corporate Valuation, Value Creation. Session 11, Corporate Valuation. Corporate valuation lies at the core of all strategic decisions taken by a firm. This session discusses various approaches to corporate valuation, such as the DCF approach, the relative valuation approach, the option-based approach, and the strategic approach to corporate valuation. Session 12, Behavioral Finance. Financial decisions have an important behavioral dimension associated with them. This session looks at cognitive biases, behavioral biases, and other errors that characterize financial decision making. It also discusses ways and means of de-biasing the corporation. Session 13, Mergers, Acquisitions, and Restructuring. Mergers, acquisitions, and restructuring have become a dominant global business theme. This session looks at the mechanics of different kinds of transactions, the financial aspects of these transactions. It also discusses guidelines for managing these transactions. Session 14, Value-Based Management and Organizational Architecture. Managing for value creation has become a central concern of corporate managements throughout the world. This session looks at various approaches to value-based management. The principal thrust will be on the EVA approach to value-based management, as it has gained great popularity. In addition, the session will look at organizational architecture and performance management system. Session 15, Corporate Governance and Stellar Value Creators. There has been a lot of concern about the quality of corporate governance globally in the last 3 decades. This session looks at the principles and approaches to corporate governance. It also discusses a few case studies on stellar value creators. The principal case study is of Berkshire Hathaway, run by the legendary Warren Buffett. Through this case study, we'll illuminate the value octagon. Module D, Portfolio Management. Session 16, Portfolio Management. At the end of various executive seminars that I have done for a number of organizations, participants are usually asked for a session on personal portfolio management. In this program, too, I have decided to include one session on portfolio management. This session draws on the tools and techniques discussed in the earlier session and discusses a set of 10 commandments for effective personal portfolio management. Distinctive features designed to provide a firm grounding in the principles, techniques, and practice of financial management. This program has the following special features. 1. Comprehensive coverage. The program comprehensively covers all facets of corporate financial management. In addition, it covers the basics of financial accounting and management accounting. In a way, this course distills the essence of 5 to 7 separate courses that are taught in an MBA program. I've been fortunate to teach these courses at various institutions in India and abroad in the last few decades. I've set myself a very ambitious goal of conveying the essence of these separate courses in a very coordinated and integrated manner. 2. Decisional focus and analytical approach. The program focuses on all important decisions and the analytical tools available to handle these decisions. 3. Emphasis on behavioral dimensions. Since financial decisions have an important behavioral aspect associated with them, the behavioral factors will be considered throughout the discussion. For numerous illustrations, tools and techniques of financial management will be amply illustrated. 5. Discussion of practice. Besides discussing theory, tools, and techniques, the course also looks at the state-of-the-art practice of financial management in various areas. Distinctive features designed to provide a firm grounding in the principles, techniques, and practice of financial management. This program has the following special features. 1. Comprehensive coverage. The program comprehensively covers all facets of corporate financial management. In addition, it covers the basics of financial accounting and management accounting. In a way, this course distills the essence of 5 to 7 separate courses that are taught in an MBA program. I've been fortunate to teach these courses at various institutions in India and abroad in the last few decades. I have set myself a very ambitious goal of conveying the essence of these separate courses in a very coordinated and integrated manner. 2. Decisional focus and analytical approach. The program focuses on all important decisions and the analytical tools available to handle these decisions. 3. Emphasis on behavioral dimensions. Since financial decisions have an important behavioral aspect associated with them, the behavioral factors will be considered throughout the discussion. For numerous illustrations, tools and techniques of financial management will be amply illustrated. 5. Discussion of practice. Besides discussing theory, tools, and techniques, the course also looks at the state-of-the-art practice of financial management in various areas.